Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are back at Summit Point for yet another track guide, and if you're going to run the Open Setup GT Sprint Series and you want to race the exact setup being driven in this guide, or the wet or endurance variants, you can do so by visiting our website sambosetups.com or our Patreon page. Any questions, let me know in the comments, but please note the track conditions and track temp are already shown in the overlay. We'll do a hot lap, a breakdown, then we will be back in the cockpit one final time with the driving line on, and I'll join you in a minute for the breakdown. Enjoy the hot lap. Okay, here we are for the breakdown lap in the Ferrari GT3. So our first braking marker coming up on the left-hand side is going to be this four-cone. So as we get there, we're going to brake in a straight line up to about 55-60%. We're going to hold that brake position until we get all the way through to the middle of this entrance road on the left-hand side. Now we're going to trail it off down second gear and picking back up on the gas at the apex. We're not going to immediately go up to 100%. We sort of get straight up to 80%, and then we're just going to finish off that throttle as the car's got its grip. Now for turn 3, because that was turns 1 and 2, strangely enough, we're going to get on the brakes at the end of this first road on the right hand side. So exactly where we are now. We're going to brake briefly up to about 35%, but a quick trail off down to, leaving it in fourth, back on the gas just at the apex, trying not to mount the curb on the left hand side because it will throw your exit off. If we've done it right, we're going to end up on this exit curb without actually ending up in the gravel pit. Now for turn 4, we are going to start our turn in at roughly now, so a few car lengths before this mound or this ad banner on the mound on the left hand side. We're going to trail off the throttle at the apex all the way down to the apex, and now we're going to start rolling onto the brakes, and we can go harder once we've straightened that wheel as we have now. We're going to brake in a straight line towards the outside of the track so that we can open up turn 5. We're braking up to about 55%, and now we're going to trail back off in second gear, picking back up on the gas at the apex. Going to head over to the left-hand side. We just get up to 100% before we start braking at this little chink in the tyre wall on the left-hand side. By chink, I do mean hole. And we are braking to about 25%, quick trail off in second, and then back on the gas at the apex, again trying to avoid mounting the curb on the right-hand side. We don't quite reach 100% on the throttle before we have to start lifting to get in and through the next corner, and then a little lift again for the left-hander of turn 8. There we go. And then a bigger lift to get through turn 9. So we lift almost down to about 25%, and then we're getting back on the gas. So once we actually get to the apex, we're already up to 100%. We've used the full camber. That'll send us exiting wide. And our final bit of braking in the Ferrari is going to come about 2/3 of the way along this pit entrance that you can see on the right-hand side. We're going to brake briefly up to about 45-50%, and then a quick trail off, leaving it in fourth gear, and back up to 100% just ahead of the apex here. Again, trying to avoid actually mounting that curb on the right. If we've done it right, we're going to end up out here. This is perfectly fine, no off-track, just avoid going in the gravel pit. And over and across the line we go in a 105.5. We've got one final version coming up next with the driving line on without me talking. Enjoy.